Hi everybody, it's Sue from slowideas.com. I did not do another YouTube live broadcast tonight because I was busy doing other things, but I did want to show you the tunic top is now finished, and I just wanted to show you how it fits and how it looks because you followed along and you might want to know what it looks like. So I'll just lift up my webcam here and do a little modeling for you. I don't have, formal modeling experience, but here we go. You can't see it super close up, but you can kind of get the sense for it. You can barely tell the collar's even on it on camera because of the wild and crazy print. This is why they tell TV broadcasters don't wear bold prints, because it just confuses the camera big time. So I'll just sit down here so you can see a little bit more in the light, and I'll show you a few details. Here we go. So the collar, as I said, it kind of disappears onto the print in real or on the camera and in real life too. I really like the way that it sits. However, I steamed it ever so slightly with a crease in it. I didn't actually press the fabric. I just put shots of steam onto it, and that gave it this really nice line, and it sits very nicely. The front, there's a couple of stitches that you can see from stitching on the bias binding, but otherwise it's pretty good. And the hem looks nice and flat. I hand stitched that hem. Took me a long time last night, let me tell you. And yeah, I did both armholes with the bias binding as well, and it just looks really neat and tidy. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with this pattern overall. I didn't know if I was going to like it. I am going to make it again, but I'm going to make a couple of changes. The first thing I'm going to do is I cut this out as a size 18 and did a full bust adjustment. But I kind of ignored the fact that in the past, I've generally either cut out a 14 or a 16, and that fits my neck better and it fits my shoulders better. And even though I'm bigger around here than I used to be, sort of the proportion of neck and shoulders, that's what you kind of want to get right, and you can make everything else bigger or smaller. So I should have probably cut out the size 16 and used that, maybe even the 14, but that would have made me have to do quite large adjustments at the bust, and I would have had to add a lot to the body of the whole garment. But I'm going to try out making this in the ponte knit fabric that I have, and because that's slightly stretchy, I think I will try making the 14 with some, like, the full bust adjustment, and then just I might not do the darts on it, and I'll see how that works out. I think it'll look really pretty with the border print. And yeah, another thing I realized is that I did not do the shoulder seam small enough. This is part of doing it as a size 18, that there's too much in the shoulders, and I could have just taken that out. These armholes are quite gappy, and that's because it is too big for the upper part of my body. But otherwise, I really liked how the pattern went together quite easily. I liked the speed of putting on the collar. I like the shape of the collar. The styling is actually quite good. I like the V-neck. It looks good on me. And yeah, so I'll do it again with the bias binding instead of the facings. And I'll just see if the sizing works out differently. So I'm really glad that I did this on camera, and I will probably do it again. With something else. I have a few other projects on my table. I'm going to be making a couple of things. I'm going to be making a set of sports top or bralette and knickers out of this. This is a dress that I made a while ago, and I cut it out with the grain going the wrong way. I cut it out with the stretch going up and down, the greater stretch going up and down, and I should have cut it out with the greater stretch going around the body, but it had this most amazing digital print on it, and I really wanted to capture that in a certain direction. But I made that mistake. So I've had this dress. It's been in my my sort of unfinished objects or naughty pile for over a year. I have worn it a couple times to work in my last job, but I just didn't feel comfortable in it. I don't like the length of the sleeves. So this material is basically just waiting to be upcycled into something else. I'm kind of sad because this dress has pockets, but I can always make this dress again in some other kind of fabric. And yeah, so I'm going to make the knickers set that I made out of my measurements from the Liz Sews video. And I also have this raspberry colored athletic knit. And I think I'm going to make a set of matching sports bra or bralette and knickers out of that. The bralette pattern that I'm using is the Barrett bralette from Madeline Intimates. So yeah, I'll do another video where I post like what I'm going to be making next. And then I've committed myself. So anyways, thanks very much for watching the Slow Ideas channel, and I hope to see you subscribing, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.